Hello, hello. All right. So, Libras, let's get to this. Hey, my Libras. Let's take a peek quickly at just a little touch base on the topic of love. Ooh, drink me, Ace of Cups. And we got the Eight of Pentacles. Who's been okay? So, is somebody making a dinner for Libra? Is there going to be some kind of date on the horizon here? Could two people meet? Somebody buys somebody a drink. Oh God, I'm gonna buy you a drink. Uh, oh, I can't think of who sings it right now. It's kind of a little mellower R&B from like the 2000s. Oh, I'll walk it out. Oh God. Anyway, sorry, I can't think who sings it right now. I keep wanting to say T-Pain and it's not. But in any case, oh, I know his name so well and I'm blank right now. I feel like two people are definitely like, I'll say, oozing into one another's energy field. We just said this, I think, last night over on Tarot Dog. And I just feel like, I mean, maybe there are two people that are going to be having a couple drinks together and drinking each other's energy in and saying, you know what, why don't we have another date? Let me make you dinner, or let's go out for dinner. It feels like there's this potential where, oh, God, we'd be good together. We have Justice card, but we have the Messenger in the reverse. There's Libra, but why the Messenger in the reverse? Did Libra not receive a message? Is somebody, oh gosh, Lovers in the reverse. Okay, this is one of two things. Either Libra is going to change on a dime. They're going to be over an ex. They are going to not respond to an ex because they meet somebody else like in the nick of time. And it's like, honestly, I'd rather go on a date with this new person. I don't want to patch stuff up with an ex. So yeah, I saw they emailed me something. I'm deleting it. I have a better connection, a more chill connection, a more loving or interesting connection at minimum with this new person than I did with my ex. So I don't care if the ex is still trying to contact me, still trying to patch things up with me. They lost me to this new person. That's kind of the way I think I would read this. Let me just double check. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords. Okay, we're definitely going to read it this way. It did come out sideways. It's like Libra was maybe in a tumultuous... My baby. Speaking of tumultuous, a tumultuous time of kind of an ending, kind of not an ending. They were in that weird no man's land of, I don't know if we're really done. My ex keeps texting me, but you know what? I meet this new person and somehow they make me feel like we could really build something. I think I could be over the ex thanks to somebody else. And there's this calm energy where we have this little sheep that's knitting its own little sweater out of its own little wool. I kind of think that this is saying I would definitely prefer to gravitate towards something that makes me feel brighter and lighter. And if I just met somebody new, and it does feel like there's a new person, or maybe it's a new hobby. All I can say is a new person or a new hobby is making it so that Libra just doesn't care about the ex anymore because they really want to heal. That's what the preference is here for Libra, is I really just want to heal. Aries, love. Come here, babes. You did great. He's a very good protector. We have a King of Cups. We have a King of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, everything here is shrieking that Libra is taking charge of their life. Libra has definitely changed the dynamic here. Even if Libra identifies as a feminine, they're still showing up as a masculine in this story, and they are interested in somebody who's much more emotionally available. This already feels like, look, I'm not jumping ahead and saying that I'm madly in love with them. I am saying that they showed me that there's other great people out there, so why would I keep dealing with an ex? This person shows me more emotion. They're more fun. There's, a lighthearted energy. Everything here says there's a potential to grow with this new person that I frankly didn't see maybe with the person of the past. Let me just ask, by the way, the person of the past could have been Gemini there. But let me just ask, what was the deal with the person of the past? Ace of Wands, High Priestess. This is somebody who had their like tender hooks perhaps in Libra, and Libra knew it. It's like they think that I'll always be attracted to them, I'll always still want them. And maybe at one point in time that was even true. But it feels like they were banking on that, or like they sensed it, they knew it. Yeah, it's like, I know that we're going to have a new beginning. I just know it. It feels like an ex was very certain that it's like, our story's not over. I know you still want me. It feels honestly pretty puffed up. I'm not going to lie. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, all these aces on this person's side. I'm just sure we'll have a new beginning. I'm just sure that I'm going to get my way. I'm just sure it's going to work out great. It's just in divine timing. And then we'll have a new beginning, and everything that happened in the past will be forgotten, and we'll just start over. I actually think that this is like, Libra's ex could have been a pretty powerful like energy projector. And what they really wanted, they were used to getting. And I say that because we have 3 aces for this person of Libra's past. Aces are personal. And then when we couple it with somebody who's like very intuitive, I feel like this is a character who's good at like both projecting energy outward and also assuming, and they could be a powerful manifester. Doesn't mean that they're particularly, balanced or fair, though. They could be pretty unjust. But here they are projecting like, I'm positive we'll be together. It'll just take a while, but it's just in divine timing. I know I'll be back with Libra. And I almost think that they kept projecting that at Libra to the point where Libra thought that for a really long time too. At some point, I know I'm still going to be with the ex. This is the moment where Libra's like, hell no, I'm not going to be with the ex. It's interesting. I don't think we've ever had a character like that where there was an ex that was projecting what their kind of arrogant assumptions were, but it was also like what they wanted. But I do think to a certain extent, Libra either was like aware that they wanted it, and this is a very powerful, like demanding person. So for a while, Libra was like going along with it. And this is Libra like cutting themselves free. Okay, look, whomever the ex was definitely could have been at least somewhat of a karmic. They're showing up right now as a Queen of Wands. That could just represent somebody that was a like a very, let's say, a very demanding, again, somewhat selfish, like sure that they're very hot, sure they're very attractive. So they're used to having people still hooked on them. So much so that they kind of had a tendency to make that become the reality, but it doesn't work on Libra. Maybe to a little extent it did, but I think Libra always was eyes wide open to this. Like, this person, I feel like even if we're not together, they still think that somehow they've got their clutches on me, that they're so hot, I'll always still want them, because they think every ex would always still take them back. That is the assumption. Again, this character could be a masculine or a feminine as far as like what they look like, but their energy was one of like gravitational pull, the feminine, the moon energy. I have exes that always want me. I always know that all my exes would love for me to come back. I can pull them back in, reel them in anytime I want. Well, not with Libra. Libra's not that person. Libra can't be reeled back in by this ex anymore. And I'm wondering, was this something that Libra would have like resisted had they not even met this new person, or this new, we'll say the King of Cups? Would Libra have resisted this ex's allure regardless? Knight of Cups sideways. This says they would have known what game was being played. They would have known, because, and they might have still, been willing to interact again with the ex, but they would have known, like, I know this ex does this. I know this is who they are. I know that they always believe everybody wants them. It's like Libra never was under this ex's spell, so to speak. But what's crazy is this is Libra actually freeing themselves from any hold that ex might have had on them. Let me just ask then, universe, let's go to the universe here for a higher perspective. Okay, we have literally higher perspective. We've got the Hierophant in the reverse. I was going to ask a question about, with Libra and this new King of Cups, but I didn't get a chance to ask a question. the universe just simply comes in and like lands with this major arcana and says, either this is about breaking away from previously held beliefs, or this is about something that Libra, perhaps their higher self, still hasn't seen or figured out yet. Let me look at either one of those messages since I can't tell what it would be. If Libra is breaking away from a previously held belief, what might that be? Oh, Six of Swords. So again, the idea that somehow you can never quite get beyond an ex, or that you'll always still carry some scars from the ex. This says no. Libra's going to discover the ex isn't going to matter at all. They're not going to carry any wounds at all from this. In fact, I kind of think Libra's this close to forgetting the ex's name, which is crazy because this Libra might be the only person who ever has truly been able to not be hooked by this particular ex. That's pretty amazing. It's like Libra is one person who's impervious to the ex's, like crazy allure or pheromones or something. Okay, but what if the message from the universe on that was there's still something Libra's higher self hasn't become aware of yet? What might that be? The Hermit. The Hermit is that there's more value that Libra will have gotten out of dealing with that person. And there's still going to be times where Libra is gaining life perspective because of this experience. Not saying that they're like, oh my God, I'm going to go into a retreat mode and I'm not going to date anybody. I just think that this is the universe saying, Libra, this ex and your ability to finally break free of them is momentous, and it will have something that, like, you will gain this incredible, like, wisdom, this incredible, like, sage personality because of what you went through with them. And there's still a depth of a layer that you've learned about yourself, or something so valuable that is still going to be like unfurling as you continue to live your life. Okay, can we go over and talk just about that King of Cups? What or whom does the King of Cups represent? We have a Four of Wands in the reverse, so a sense of freedom. So it actually feels like, I don't know if this is Libra meeting a new person then, that's taking their mind off the ex, and they're simultaneously having this breakthrough, and they're totally detaching from the ex's clutches and the idea that someday they were going to still have to be with the ex. It could be more that the King of Cups represents a new wave of like thoughts and emotions and a sense of freedom. It could be that Libra is enjoying being single, enjoying this King of Cups could be a friend, could be somebody that they're just going to hang out with. Maybe it's not a new lover, but it is something fulfilling, because we started out with the drink me cup, the Ace of Cups, and then we went on to the Eight of Pentacles, where it was like cooking in the kitchen. I definitely feel like Libra's life is going to be very full right now with other experiences. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is here. So Libra's life is turning around for the better. They're about to have way more fun. Everything that Libra was denied is now coming in. Every bit of joy that they didn't have for a while is here. If they were pretty much tangled up still in that ex's energy, feeling like that's all I think about, and someday I guess I'll be back together with that ex, even though it's a freaking nightmare right now, and we're apart, and it's conflict and drama. I think that cheated Libra out of like a lot of fun experiences, and right now all of those fun experiences are coming back. Waves of joy, of laughter, easygoing. It's not really a time for let's build this long-term relationship right now. This is more kick up my heels, enjoy life. Yeah, lay down burdens. We've got like this gap of time right now for Libra to just love their life, play. With that 10 of Wands in particular, is laying down a lot of burdens. That Six of Pentacles says, it's time for Libra to get something back. So this still, I can't read this necessarily as if it's a lover. It could just be someone who is a great friend that Libra's going to be palling around with, having a good time, going out. I mean, this could be Libra's like wingman or wingwoman. This could be two people single, living it up right now, having a ball together, going out, going to take cooking classes, going to take bartending classes, going out, going fishing, going surfing, going to different events, having a good time, palling around, and just clearing the energy flow but meeting other people, potentially scoping out, if there's someone that they want to date. But it feels like there's companionship at minimum right now for our Libra. I don't know if that means this could be a friend who becomes a lover, but it looks like for just a hot minute, it's just about Libra getting some joy back in their life. Oh, and it's uncomplicated joy. So I don't think that this is a lover yet. I think that King of Cups does not represent a romantic partner. I thought it did at first, but it's not. It's Libra falling in love with their life again. It's Libra having friendships again. It's Libra laughing, and it's uncomplicated and it's simple. That's why I don't think it's romance with the King of Cups. It's like maybe if Libra is like a masculine, it's like the brotherhood. If Libra is a feminine, it's like the sisterhood. It could be like just a really strong friendship where it's like, oh my God, I'm having the best time of my life. I'm single. I'm over the ex. This friend popped into my life and I do love this person, but I don't think it's a romantic love story. I mean, it could be a same-sex romance, but this just says it's so uncomplicated and so joyful. And it feels more like play. It feels more like I'm going out doing stuff, but I'm keeping my eyes open for where I'd want to plant a seed. It's just for at least, I don't know if it's like 6 weeks or something. I just need to go have fun. We do have the King of Cups, so okay, again, so maybe this is something that starts out purely as fun and no strings attached and then becomes a romance. Because at King of Cups, we have additional emotions now. It's not just so fun. Now we're getting deeper into the emotions. So this could be a no strings attached relationship where two people actually are starting to get way more bonded. Okay, so that's how this goes. I think Libra is starting to enjoy someone else's company. And at first it's like, oh, we're just playing, we're just laughing. Maybe we are just friends. Maybe it's platonic. And then it's like, oh no, but there's real emotions developing. Or maybe this was a no strings attached, we'll date, we'll run around together, but I'm not calling a boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not looking for marriage right now. It could be something like that, but it doesn't say that way. This says we could start to have two people that are starting to ask themselves, did I manifest meeting you? Because this is actually a lot of what I would want in a connection, a lot of what I would want in a relationship. Like we're both vibing and this feels easy. Is it one of those stories where Libra is going to find themselves almost accidentally falling in love with someone, sitting on the fence saying, this can't be happening. I wasn't looking for this. In fact, I said I wasn't going to be finding love on purpose, but this is so easy. It's like breathing. They replaced the ex that was nothing but trauma and turmoil. Then it was so no strings attached with them. But then it turns out we just work and we flow and there isn't any push and pull and argument. We just flow. And is that what this is, sometimes the right relationship, it just evolves without, all these tensions and game playing. That's what I would say this is. I could see Libra surprisingly falling in love when that wasn't what the plan was, and yet it just happens anyway. It feels very effortless, and it feels like it's about time, is what I'll say. It's about time that Libra has something effortless and kind. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.